Hello, hello. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am so excited to share this with you. This is the first of a series of about 14 different tips on how to improve your Facebook engagement. So before I keep going, let me just make sure that my audio is working since I am live and this is not pre-recorded. Uh, Perfect. Audio is working. Awesome. So, have you been looking to figure out how to build up your Facebook engagement? Perhaps you are a business owner, or perhaps you are part of a nonprofit, or maybe you just want to get your brand out there, right? Maybe you just want to be seen. There are so many different ways with which to improve your Facebook engagement, and I've created about 14 of them. So in this one, I'm actually going to be sharing with you some things that might seem counterintuitive, right? So in this specific video, I'm going to be sharing 3 reasons why you actually want to post less regarding Facebook engagement posts. Now, first of all, posting less, especially on your business page, it allows you to focus on quality over quantity. Now, what do I mean by that? Have you ever had a friend or maybe even a page that posts a million times a day on Facebook? It can kind of get overwhelming, right? It's not like Twitter, it's not like Instagram. And so the thing about that is that Facebook is actually a platform used to build relationships, used to create those connections, right? It's not technically an education platform. It can be, right? But people aren't there necessarily to learn necessarily, right? It just really depends on the brand. But when you're not so focused on creating a whole bunch of content, you are more able to create on the value, on the actual quality of it. There are many people out there that create content that's just content to be out there and it doesn't make sense. It's not really in tune with their brand. And a lot of times it's not even really in tune with their audience. So by posting less, you can provide more because you're focused on the quality versus the quantity, thus saving yourself time and energy and being able to actually be creative with what you share with your audience. So reason number 2 is that when you post less, it actually works with a Facebook algorithm. Now, there are many pages and many profiles that have some very engaged following and can post 10 plus times a day. But for the most part, people do not respond well to this, and it won't even necessarily show up in your feed unless you're doing other things, right? Now, the reason for that is that generally the more that you post, the less that you're going to be seen. Facebook will usually push up posts in your feed that are people from your favorite friends, right? There's an option inside of your profile to choose that. They'll do it from people who are your friends and family, who are people you connect with on a regular basis, people you message, right? Because to Facebook, that says, oh, these people are friends, they're buddies, they chat, right? I'm going to put more of what they're likely going to find value from higher in their feed. What are people less likely to find value from? Business pages. Most people don't come on Facebook to be sold anything, right? So usually Facebook business pages and personality pages, etc. The pages are usually not as many and they're usually pushed down more in your feed because again, Facebook is about community. They want you to connect and actually grow and build those relationships. So when you're a business page, it is much better to post once a day. Maybe twice, if that, but once a day, and maybe even only once or twice a week, because the power behind that is that then you can use what's called Facebook ads to boost that. Now, there are a lot of things that you need to know before you try and boost posts because you could potentially waste a lot of money, but that is an option. So that way you can really see what works best with your audience versus just thinking, it doesn't work or you're not getting any views, right? Because there's a reason before this with the Facebook algorithm. So on your profile, for sure, posting 1 or 2 times a day is essential because again, it'll post more up in your feed versus if you post 3, 4, 5 times a day and you share all these funny things, it not only is it going to dilute your ability to impact more people, but it's also going to be pushed down in your feed because Facebook can only put so many posts in people's feeds, right? So that's the second reason why you might want to post less regarding Facebook engagement posts. And the third reason is that not every post is great for Facebook. You know, if you're just trying to fill a queue with content just for the sake of creating content and posting, it becomes very diluted and it gets lost in the feed, like I've said before. You know, people, for the most part, whether it's Facebook or YouTube or anything else, they're here to be entertained. They're here to connect. They're here to build relationships. And if you can connect education and entertainment together, i.e., edutainment, you are more likely to keep people on your post. You're more likely to build that rapport and therefore be seen more in Facebook, because when people know, like, and trust you, they're more likely to buy, they're more likely to engage, and the more engagement you get on your post, the more you're going to be seen. So those are the 3 reasons why you should maybe post less in regarding to Facebook engagement posts. Now, again, this is the first in a series of 14 tips on how to increase your Facebook engagement on your posts, excuse me, on your page. So if you would like to learn more, please be sure to go to facebook.com/prosperousheart, or even my blog on www.prosperousheart.com. Now, if you got some value from today, please like this video, share it with you if you think someone should hear it today. And if you're on Facebook right now, because I'm actually live streaming on multiple channels right now, thanks to an awesome little tool called Restream and Pivo. So if you're on Facebook, be sure to tap somewhere, or maybe if you're on your phone, if you're on desktop, it should just be a button somewhere, but be sure to turn on the post to follow me live. If you're on YouTube, click on the little button to subscribe and then the little bell to be notified when I go live. So thank you again so much for watching. Have a wonderful and prosperous rest of your day. And if you would like to connect with me on how to build your business online, you may do so at facebook.com/prosperousheart. Thanks again. Have a wonderful and prosperous rest of your day, and I will see you on the next one.